Good morning, everybody. So today's video, top 5 Montblanc fragrances. Let's just get into it. Number 1 or number 5, because this is not in any numeric order. This is me. This is how I roll. But that's going to be Montblanc Emblem Absolute. This originally didn't make the cut because for a long time I couldn't find this online. It's actually available right now. This replaced this one here, Legend Spirit. Now a lot of people are going to say this is better than this. Everybody's tastes are different. This is a damn good fragrance, I will admit that. But I actually prefer this because it's that time of the year. It's November. This is more of a fall and winter fragrance. And this is just like a fun scent. Like, I love my freshies. This is fresh to death. But this is just, it's sweet, it's fun, it's playful. This has honey, it's got pear, fruity aspects. It's got lavender, geranium, it's got like patchouli, vetiver, and so on. For me, it's very fruity. Don't know if that's pear or if that's just fruits, but there is this fruity aspect. There's also this sweet, silky honey, cardamom. You know, I forgot the cardamom. The cardamom warms this up, so it adds some more spicy nuance to it. The lavender freshens it up. The woods itself is going to be like that earthy patchouli and vetiver. But this kind of reminds me of like a more fruity version of Hugo Boss Bottled, which I love. I have that in my collection. I will always have that in my collection. And that is like my favorite Boss fragrance, my favorite fragrance from that brand. But this is just a more fun version of Boss Bottled. This for me, I don't want to say it's youthful, but this might resonate more with the young. But I love it. This is more of a night out fragrance, like a date, a lounge. Fragrance number 2 is a little old school, but new. Came out in 2023, and that is going to be Explore Platinum. What makes this a little old school is going to be the clary sage and the violet leaves. It's actually very aromatic from the violet leaves, but there is this clary sage as well. The base is like a cedar wood. Yeah, like in some ways it kind of reminds me of a little bit of like a barber shop. You know, like there's no lavender, there is nothing like that. But like the clary sage and like these violet leaves itself kind of give off a slight barbershop type of feel. This for me is spring. It's like early, like fall, like summer to fall, like that transition. But it's a great work fragrance. For me, it's more of a fragrance for someone who only wants a few fragrances in his arsenal. Something that's like that's very casual, but can be worn with a suit and tie. It's a very signature scent. Like I would say one of the more versatile fragrances from this brand. Fragrance number 3, this is better than the original. The original I find is more of a younger man's fragrance. A lot of the older guys, such as like my age, are wearing it. I just feel like when that person is leaving, like being a young guy who's moving into like his 30s, he's reaching for Legend Eau de Parfum, EDP. This is a more grown-up version than the original. This is just better in my opinion. This has like violet, so a little airy, a little ozonic. There is bergamot, there's gonna be some jasmine, magnolia, oak moss, a little bit of leather with woods. This is like earthy, it is mossy, it is woody, and of course you're gonna get that violet leaves. The leather itself is not as prominent as I thought it would be, but it just has more of a grown-up vibe. It does. Like in the air, you get a lot of this ozonicness. So that violet leaves. And generally violet leaves can add this ozonicness, this aromaticness, but at times it can also add a powdery undertone. Not to this at all. But there is this greenness about it. So again, it has some of that original Legend DNA, but just modernized, more grown. This is fall, this is springtime. This is in some ways like this. This is old school, but new. A little old fashioned, but new. Not as much as this one here, but like what I mean is that they kind of go along the same lines. This is like casual work and like daytime semi-formal. So is this. Fragrance number 4, this is gonna be my favorite from the brand. But you know, to some people It's not a fragrance for them. This is not going to be for everybody. Back in the day, this would not have been for me at all. It's an older fragrance, 2001, 2002. Presence. What makes this a fragrance not for everybody? It's in the air because this is take number 2. Is going to be the heliotrope. The heliotrope is actually quite powdery. It's actually quite prevalent. I don't want to say it's overly powdery, but the powderiness is there. There's also going to be this fruity green apple, warm spices of cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger. There is sage, musk, tonka bean, and amber, and sandalwood, musk, teak wood. Very prominent with the heliotrope, the warm spices. It's going to be more ginger and cinnamon than the nutmeg. Fruity green apple, a little musky as well, with some sandalwood and teak wood. Tonka bean, not really there. Clary sage, not really there. But this is, it's fun, but it's classy. So I find that like heliotrope, like anything that has heliotrope, orris, iris, anything that gives off this powdery undertone adds class, adds this grown up about it. So if you're an adult who has this playful disposition, but at the same time a little old fashioned, all about being a gentleman, this is a fragrance that you may want to try. This is spring and autumn time. You could wear this to work, sure, there is that class about it, but it's also a great night out fragrance, like date and lounge. And last but not least, if I don't have this in this video, people are gonna say this video is incomplete. Some people are already gonna say it because this didn't make the cut, and there's a few others on the floor, such as like the individual tonic, the Montblanc red one. But no, this is so iconic. Individual. If this fragrance was not in this video, a lot of people wouldn't be taking this video seriously. Mind you, a lot of people are probably not taking this video seriously anyways, but they would just completely dismiss this entire list. This was hyped. When I came into this community back in like 2011 as a watcher, like really 2010 and 11 just watching, and 2012 as an actual reviewer, this was getting plugged. But it got even more hype when Jeremy Fragrance himself was just hyping this to death. It's a solid fragrance. This is original because this also smells like Creed Original Santal, which I own. I prefer it, but this is the original DNA. Original Santal, it's a carbon copy of this. This is a little bit different because it does have that fruity red raspberry, which is so famous. There's also going to be pineapple, cinnamon, juniper berries, violet geranium, vanilla, sandalwood, dark chocolate, musk, amber, patchouli, and so on. Like there's a shit ton of notes going on in this. But for this, there is like this, a slight cacao, which Original Santal does not have, but like this, a little bit of this dark chocolateness, a little bit of vanilla, red raspberry. You are gonna get lavender, cinnamon, which is very prominent for me. Any age could wear it. But I kind of feel like this might resonate a little bit more with the younger guys out there. And then when that younger guy grows up, he gets into Creed Original Santal because this is like 30, 40 bucks. Creed, anything Creed, comes with a price tag. When you get older, you have that extra income to spend. This is great for the autumn time, for the winter time. It's good for like school. It's good for dates. You know, if you're a young guy going to like whether it's a daytime or a nighttime semi-formal event where you got to dress up in a suit and tie, this is a great scent for that. But even the old farts, we're still rocking it. And guys, top 5 Montblanc fragrances right there. Any other videos that I've done from this brand, they will be down in the description box below. What videos to watch next? Well, if you want to see a top 5 from yesteryear and a smell rate that I did with my wife, check it right here. And if you like this very video, please drop me one of these. I thank you for my time. Take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.